No. Go back the other way a little bit. Alright, right there. Y'all in there.
Okay.
Yeah, we in there.
What's facing towards the TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, flip.
Just flip.
No, not the camera. Just. Yeah, there you go.
You got it in the bar. Okay. Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
I'm gonna say Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Bahashem.
Bahashem.
Rakah. Kodash.
Kodash.
I'm gonna say double honors to the elders, the apostles, great millstone, who rule well, teach well, been a great example to Israel, man the elect. I'm gonna say peace and blessing, salutations to the occupant on the four winds, pushing the truth and trooping sincerely. That great song.
Con.
All right, you got it, elder.
All right, look, hey, today we're going to just continue with the spirit, what's been on a lot of brothers in this true spirit concerning discipline. And one thing, we was discussing amongst ourselves when we were in the car, don't let being broke be the reason why you have discipline, man. All right, one of the key survival things that you're going to need in this path, in this truth to survive Babylon and get out of the chariots is discipline, man. All right? The brothers have precepts, y'all can ready to bring them out.
I got one, bro.
All right, go ahead, brother.
This is Colossians chapter 3, verse 5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth.
You're going to realize that a lot of epistles that the Apostle Paul wrote, all right, pertaining to the Israelites in Colossians, Ephesians, Rome, all right, it was talking about what? Discipline. Mortifying your members, be not conformed to this world, all right? So just a continuation, man. All right, you have to have, that's one of the key elements to survive this fourth beast that we're in, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Because we were, Paul was right to Israelite foreigners that had been Hellenized.
Yeah.
All right, and like the elder likes to get into, the modern day Hellenization is westernization.
Yeah.
We was brought up in a culture where we was westernized, man. So we have to mortify our members, man, and not move off our lusts and our wants, man. This back in Colossians 3 and 5, it said, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry.
Something that the brother Ayash was saying in the car, if you feed your flesh more than your spirit, if your flesh is more dominant than your spirit, your flesh is going to start to justify its actions, man. You're going to justify yourself in the flesh, man. All right? All right, go ahead, Nabah.
All right, this is
Salak, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 6, for which things sake the wrath of the Most High cometh on the children of disobedience.
Come, 2/3 of the children of disobedience. Esau, the children of the disobedience, man. We're not supposed to have that same identity in the spirit as them, man. All right.
This Philippians 3 and 13. Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind, and reaching forth unto those things which are before.
Yeah, forgetting those things that are behind, the tendencies of that old man. The old man lived after the flesh. When I say after the flesh, off of his instinct, human nature, man, your own impulses, man. All right, and not just your literal lustful carnal desires, but also your desires to make it in this society, man. You might have been goal oriented in this world. A lot of brothers were in the college world. You see, that's putting off those things that are behind, man. Because Jay gonna get destroyed along with those degrees, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Another thing too, even if you have good works, you can't reach back and say what you did a week ago, or yesterday, or a few years ago. Like you can't reach back and say, well, I was in the spirit then, or I used to be on fire. Cause see, a lot of these guys is from the old school. They basically got that pretty much that facade they had it going on back then. But where are you now? Just like that Janet Jackson song, what have you done for me lately? Like, what are you doing for the Lord now?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't reach back to old works because the Lord don't care about that. Scriptures say putting that off from day to day. Yeah, you was in the spirit back then, but where are you now?
Wisdom is like a woman, man. Whatever you did Saturday, she's back empty Monday.
Yeah.
So you took her out to eat Saturday, Now she's back complaining about you not being there with her Monday, man.
Con.
So you gotta pursue wisdom like it's a woman, man. You gotta consistently be attentive, man.
Con. Yeah, that's why Apostle Paul said he is not counting himself to have apprehended. Yeah, he's been on fire, but he didn't reach the finish line yet. You know, he didn't reach the end of his course yet. You know.
God. It was more to that, brother. Was it on that?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, brother, you saw something?
Yeah. This is Ecclesiasticus Sirach 18 and 30. It says, "Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thy appetites."
So Bible scriptures, all right, pertaining to Babylon, man. All right, if through the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Hawashai, by Hashem Kakodash, for the brothers is in this truth, including myself, man. If you don't get over your lust, if you don't get over yourself, you're not gonna make it in the chariots, man. All right, go ahead, read that again, brother.
All right. Ecclesiastes 18 and 30. "Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetites.
Go ahead.
If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughingstock to thine enemies that malign thee."
Your soul means self. So if you give your flesh that which it desires, so if you come into this truth, you have to be learned all over again. In America, you're taught to obey your carnal desires, obey your flesh. But when you come into your nationality as an Israelite, according to the Most High, you're supposed to control your flesh, man. Because the more you give into your flesh, the more you make a fool of yourself, and the weaker you become in the spirit, man.
Yep. It's a carnal based society.
Yeah.
Because Esau, we under the very man that sold out from the beginning. You know, he sold his birthright because he was weak in the flesh. You know, he gave himself over to those carnal desires because he couldn't have discipline, man. But you know, we can't be like that. It's even a meme that's on Google. I'm not sure if it's on there anymore, but it was like a little bandage or kind of like some type of protective wrap. But it says on that bandage or whatever, protect me from what I want. And that's what the Lord does, you know, for brothers.
And brothers have to be spiritual. Me and this elder Kazak, we know we're not elders like we're on the level of the apostles, but we've been in here a few seconds to where we know we're wise enough to know that if you consistently pursue something and it never happens, then the Most High is blocking you. So you have to ask yourself, why is he blocking me? So you have to understand why he's your heavenly Father. The Son wants things that he desires, but the Father knows what's best, man. And once you accept that very principle, there's things that are not happening based on your desire because the Most High is protecting you. You have a more peace of mind in this path, man, in this truth. All right? Was that it on that?
Yeah, that was it.
Go ahead, Saab, then you.
All right, this is Proverbs chapter 25, verse 28. "He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls."
Now, who has no rule over their own spirit? Esau, 2/3. All right, so if you're going to learn, we're from the East, all right? Our cultures are the East. All right, even in the Eastern worlds now, their little religions teach them self-control, but look at the well-being of their people versus the well-being of us over here in America, man. All right, the average so-called black woman, her body count is high as hell by the time she's in her 20s. She's fat, she's overweight. All right, so-called black man, by the time he's 30, he can't get an erection. His lips black, all right? Yeah. He's not athletic unless he plays sports for a career, all right? By the time you're in your 30 using a Babylonian package, you're through by the time you're 30, you know? All right, but you look at the people over there in the Middle East, man. The women look better. The men look normal, okay? Because they have a system set us in their nation that sustains the life of their people, partly due to discipline. All right? Is it one of them, brother?
No, that's it.
I go ahead.
On this Galatians 5 and 13. "For brethren, ye have been called unto liberty, only use not liberty for an occasion to the flesh."
Yeah, you've been called to liberty, man. So we're not monks, man. So you have to figure out what's good for you for this truth. All right, if you have to step out for this truth. All right, you've been going to work, going home, going to work, going home. Go get you a bar. Go to a bar, get you a drink for the truth, so I can clear my head for this truth, man. All right, I'm gonna go over a brother's house. All right, break bread with the brothers, stay in unity with the brothers, and y'all doing it for the truth, man. Don't do stuff for your flesh if you're gonna do something for your flesh, do it for the flesh, for the truth, man.
God.
So you can be back balanced with a clear head, man.
Yeah, you Jakes, you want to get a woman just to basically pursue women instead of getting a woman to balance you out.
And once you accept that the Most High is going to give you what, as a matter of fact, brothers, hold that in Matthew 6:33. Just hold that on deck. All right?
I got a pre-seal. Anybody got it?
Okay, well, he's still reading, right?
Okay,
You
come,
understand me?
come.
It said, but by love serve one another. Jump down to 16. It said, this I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
What does it mean to walk in the Spirit? Ultimately, to orient yourself based on the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And brothers will be elementary in this truth, man. They'll grow their beard. They'll not shave. They'll not have a hairline. But when it comes to those conduct scriptures, all right, the Proverbs scriptures, the Sirach scriptures, brothers will find a reason to maneuver through that, man. That's part of the laws too, man.
And the reason why.
No, go ahead, bro.
I said the reason why you will have so much time to please the flesh, because when you look at your schedule, you got a lot of open places, man. All right, well, you're not doing things that's spiritual, man. But if you're watching, if you're reading, if you're doing lessons, you're not gonna have time to please the flesh like that, man. You know, the reason why you have all this free time because you're not doing spiritual things, man. That's why you got all this free time to bullshit, man.
And that's a good point. And it's a tug of war with the spirit and the flesh. And the way you determine who's going to dominate in the tug of war is who you feed the most. There was this analogy that there is two wolves fighting. The wolf for the flesh and the wolf for the spirit. And then those wolves live in you, man. But the way you determine what wolf is going to win is what wolf is stronger. So how do you determine what wolf is going to be stronger? By what wolf do you feed the most?
Right.
If you feed the fleshly wolf the most, the fleshly wolf is going to win the fight. If you feed the spiritual wolf the most, the spiritual wolf is going to dominate in the fight. Because it's going to be stronger.
Come on, if I can say this, you remember the video I sent you about how Esau, the first 7 years, you know, he really brainwashes, humanity, man, society, the first 7 years, because you're more susceptible. And then when he got older, the dude was like, how do you break those cycles? He said, repetition, man.
Yep.
So you got to do things, you got to make spiritual things a habit. Keep doing it over and over again. Because, like, once you do something over and over again, and then you try to, just speaking personally, I tried to just chill. Like, sometimes you do chill, but then I had just tried to chill and threw my whole week off, man. I chilled too much one time and threw my whole week off, man. Because you start, everything that you do is for the spirit. Every move you make is for the spirit. So when you don't do it, you just come to a stop and chill, then it'll throw your whole week off if you do it too much, man.
Right.
So repetition, that's what break the habits of the old man. Spiritual repetition, man.
Yeah, because you have more,
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, because you had more years in the world than you had in the truth. So like that video went into it, which is a very good video, bro. Should watch it. Basically, what's the guy's name?
I forgot his name.
Yeah.
Oh, I probably tried.
Could have been an Edomite, or could have been a confusion of face. I'm not sure, but he knew what he was talking about. So, from the time you born up until you 7 years old, you've been conditioned. So from that point, you 7 and you growing up in this society, and this before you come to the truth. That's heavy programming that's been done on you, man. So you unplugging from all that. So it's a process. We understand you're not going to stop everything overnight, but then you do got to cut it off. Like a lot of stuff, for example, we speaking on trimming, some things you just got to cut off, period. And some things you may not do as much. Like you wake up to the fact that, when I drink too much, I can overdo it. Well, you be moderate. You drink in moderation, but some shit, you like, man, I can't do that shit at all. Like going out to certain places, going out to a club or something like that. Like, nah, that ain't my spirit. But you find out and you learn yourself in this truth. Because one thing about it, we all have to apply discipline in our lives. But the scriptures say how all things are not profitable to all men. As Lord will, we can get that, coincide with the elders going into. You got to prove your soul in this thing. Like what's profitable for one brother may not be profitable for you. It could destroy you or throw you off, but it works for him. You know what I'm saying?
His name is Dr. Bruce Lipton. That's and the video is called How We Are Programmed at Birth. It's like a 5-minute video, but it's real informative.
Hey, Tazma, get the scripture.
Con. Yeah, this was going like what you were saying, how if you chill too much, you know, throw your whole week off.
Mm-hmm.
How about say, you know, you gotta do everything really in the spirit, where whatever you're doing is to ultimately benefit the spirit. Well, this is how you do it. This is Proverbs 16:3. Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established.
Oh, yep. Go ahead, bro.
And your thoughts shall be established, man. You know, because you got to commit, you got to sacrifice. All right, the flesh. You know, that's why Yahushua said you got to deny yourself, man. You know, because your flesh wants to shine. Your flesh wants to be known. Your flesh wants to constantly be with a woman, man. That's what the flesh wants to do. But you deny those things the majority of the time. You know, and you learn to give yourself those things in increments, man.
Yeah.
You know, not indulge in it, man. You know, like.
I still like, bro.
But like the elder was saying, we not telling brothers to be monk and just sit in the locust position with the Bible open, man. You know, but we telling you, you got to unplug and know how to treat yourself, and then know how to draw right back out of this shit, get right back in the spirit, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like you said, it's a balance. Damn, I'm losing my train of thought. But one of the points, y'all know the show The Dog Whisperer, right?
Mm-hmm.
That guy, if you ever watch the show, he could go to your house no matter how undisciplined your dog was, he could tame it. But one of the reasons why he was so good at taming dogs and training them, because he understood the dog's nature. See, in order to tame yourself, you have to understand your nature of your flesh.
Yeah, you gotta know yourself.
You have to know yourself. So you have to know that because I have these desires, that doesn't mean that that's my next move going to be based on these desires. You have to know the nature of my flesh is my flesh doesn't come with a stoplight. It doesn't come with a stop sign. It doesn't have a stop button. You have to understand that the more you feed your flesh, the more it's going to want. So you have to understand the nature of yourself to conquer yourself, man.
Flesh don't sense danger.
Flesh don't sense danger, and flesh don't care about consequences, man. Flesh just want that instant gratification. So once you understand that that's the nature of your carnal self, then that gives you more leverage over yourself.
Yeah.
All right. And the second point I want to make was the old man, right? I says not looking back at the old man, and was going into repetition. Character is built on habits.
Mm-hmm.
Your old man, the personality of your old man, the character of your old man was built on habits that you formed since you were born. So now you're in this truth. You have to go through that process of detoxing from those habits, so to speak, unwinding those habits, man, to change the character, to change your character. All right? Because it's in your subconscious through habits, man. Repetition is habits. All right? Go ahead, Abba.
This Ephesians 4:17. This I say, therefore, and testify in the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk.
Yeah, those Hellenistic Jews, man. Those niggas. All right, go ahead.
In the vanity of their mind.
In the vanity of their mind, man. Those vain hopes and concupiscences, man. All right? That's it.
Having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of the Most High through the ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their heart.
Yeah, because Jake living it up right now. As we speak right now, you know, Jake getting drunk, they getting high. They planning on committing adultery tonight. You know, they was out into the game earlier. And not knocking brothers if they was watching the game earlier, but like Jake, like they live for that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They live for that game. So that's all they got going on. But they enjoy it because, see, they alienated from the truth. You know, but really, see, we should have that same thrive and that same excitement for the truth, man. Because Jake, they act like when they come in this thing, you just cut off and that's it. Like you just cut off from your flesh and you can't enjoy anything. But you should enjoy what you got going on in righteousness, man. It's like brothers bring up the Sabbath day, like the brother Yashawan from GMS Great Waters made the point. You know, you bring up the Sabbath to Jake and they just contemplate on the things that they can't do. Yeah. Instead of meditating on, okay, I can do this, I can prepare a lesson, I can be around brothers, I can watch videos, I can play some chill music. You know, focus on what you can do as opposed to what you can't do. Because you do have liberty, man. And then the Sabbath, that's for our benefit anyway. It's really a day for you to chill so you can recuperate from all your work. Even though we can't get it fully perfect here. But you got to focus on what you can do, man.
And that's the Lord set it up for the Sabbath, for the rest, man. You know, you might be going hard them 6 days, but then even the Lord be like, chill on this day. You know? So the Lord has already set up a balance, man. You know, because Jacob say balance, that means go chase hoes, man. You know?
Yeah,
that
that's
ain't
it.
necessarily what they're talking about, man. Sometimes the Lord just have it where you just, see, when you get out of work, it's the Sabbath, take you a nap, man. You know? Take you a nap, lay around a little bit, meditate on different things, man, and then the next day you rejuvenate, you get back to the ministry, your hands on the plow, man. You know? Balancing ain't chasing hoes, man. You know? That ain't the definition of balance, man. You know?
That's right.
Go ahead, Yakina.
All right, this is Romans 8, and I'm going to start at 5.
Key point, he said Romans. So he's talking about the Israelites that woke up that was living in Rome. So there were Israelites in Rome, Italy, 2,000 years ago, under the influence of Hellenization, which today we'll call that Westernization or America. Goddammit,
Americans.
Yeah, they were to the Americans.
It's a new Rome.
This is Romans 8 and 5. It says, "For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh."
Like the brothers just naming football games, getting drunk. You know, that's their priority.
Yeah.
A brother might watch football game. Of course, brothers are gonna drink. It's not our priority.
Come.
All right, go ahead.
It says, "But they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit."
And ultimately, it's to get into the kingdom.
Come.
So we need to understand our purpose, which is to get into the kingdom and align our actions up with our purpose. So how do we get to the kingdom? What do we have to do from here to get to that point, to get to the kingdom? What do I have to trim? What do I have to let go? What tendencies and weaknesses do I have to work on and let go, man? And then don't pray for that. Then when a brother pull you to the side and tell you what it is, you reject it, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says, "For to be carnally minded is death."
Ultimately, you're gonna die in the missiles. The Most High don't want any niggas, man. You know how a woman say, "I don't want no weak niggas." Wisdom don't want no weak niggas, man. That's why I said that the very true beginning of wisdom is what? Discipline.
Discipline, yep.
Wisdom don't want no weak nigga that can't hold her down, man.
Yeah.
All right.
It says, "But to be spiritually minded is life and peace."
Yeah, life and peace. Ultimately, the kingdom. But even on this side, the actually do live in the ways of our forefathers. It'll keep you alive in these cities that we live in. Everybody out on a Friday, Saturday night, being choral, being niggas, and you at the house chilling. You amongst the brothers got incense playing, music playing, chicken on the grill. That's safer than being amongst these Romans, man.
That's right. And that life and peace, because when you go out, you'll feel disappointed because you didn't get that woman that you lusted for that night, man.
Yeah.
Or you'll feel disappointed if something that you tried to do monetarily don't work out, man. You know, like we'll try things, man, but if it fails, oh the fuck well. All right, the Lord still feeds us every day. First, before he even feed us, he gave it to understanding, man. We understand your house shot. You see? So we got that, man. We content with that. You can stop right there, man. You know? So but then he feed us, you know, and then the things of our pleasure, he give it to us in due season, like the elder always bring out. He give you every needful thing in due season, man. But you got to have patience and faith to believe that and stop trying to force it, man.
If you broke, it's the reason why you broke.
Yeah.
The Most High is giving you time to build your spirit up. He gonna give you that job, and when you get the job, you're gonna be like, damn, I hate this job. But he gonna give you that job, man. If you ain't got a woman, don't focus on what you don't have. Use that time and freedom to get into the Word.
Yeah.
You know, that suffering, it purifies you, man. And it puts you in that Sparta-like spirit. The Most High wants Spartans, man.
That's right.
Right.
You know?
Can I give you one up?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
This Sirach 38 and 24. It says, "The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure."
Leisure ultimately goes into the word reading. But ultimately that comes with free time.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the greatest things you can do in this truth is have an opportunity to read, man. All right? That's a gift, all right? You're going to find out in this setup that we live in, free time is gold, man. It's precious. All right, go ahead.
"And he that hath little business shall become wise."
All right, so, hey, like you was speaking on free time earlier, man. All that free time is not to please the flesh. That's to grow in the spirit, man.
Yeah, you know how they just say in the world, time is money.
Yeah,
And what it is, you put it in the truth, it's spiritual.
it's a spiritual investment.
Yeah. So for you brothers that don't have jobs, which as you can see, for right now, or as of right now, all these videos been coming out. It really ain't no excuse at all. You know, you Jakes, you have the opportunity to get app-based jobs, but for you Jakes that you ain't been working, you've been applying on the internet and ain't nothing been coming through. Where your videos at, man? Where your videos at? You Jakes ain't putting up videos, man. Or are you reading? Are you getting into the scriptures?
Yeah.
Brother had read how wisdom cometh through opportunity of leisure, meaning free time, which means that you got to be separate. Like the Lord did that. He made you sit down, basically, and not have a job just so you can get into the Word, man, to build up your relationship with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So are you doing those things?
Yeah, the Most High didn't want us to come into this truth to be so-called mad black men that just drunk all day. And you just got this dark energy around you. You ain't comb your hair. Your breath stink, your eyes red. But you got these precepts in your mind. That's not what the Most High did when he woke us up, man. You got to be action-oriented. There's a saying, it's really on Google, but it says life is like riding a bicycle, man. In order to keep your balance, you have to be in motion. So, brothers, hey, be in motion, man. Build, man. Travel, do things. Read, man.
Yeah, this truth is about living, man. It's not necessarily about, like, the focal point is not so much on what you cut off. It's about, like, who you are and who you need to be, really more so.
Yeah, what you're replacing it with. So the first phase is you cut off these unneedful things, but what are you replacing that with, man?
You reinventing yourself in the spirit, man.
Yeah.
I got a precept.
All right, go ahead.
This is Sirach 4:26. It says, "Be not ashamed to confess thy sins, and force not the course of the river."
So, like, if you're applying for jobs, or the Most High is going to give it to you, if the Most High is going to give you your woman, man. But in the spirit, it's more than likely going to happen when you're not looking for it, man. All right, before y'all get y'all scriptures, real quick, Matthew 6:33.
I got it right here.
All right,
Might just expound.
yeah, come on.
Force not the course of the river. That's when you know something ain't for you, man. When you got to force it, that's the Most High showing he don't want you to have that, man.
Hey, when you gotta act like you're not an Israelite,
yeah. When you gotta force the course of the river, that's the Most High showing you that ain't it, man. And then if he do give it to you, it'll destroy you, man. It'll hinder you, man. Speaking from experience, man.
Yeah. It's a lot. Just real quick to add what he's saying, because a lot of times the Most High be showing you things physically that's spiritual. Those things are manifest. You might be trying to get something done, and then it's always seem like it's an obstacle. You gotta go. I gotta jump through this loop. Then I gotta bear crawl. You know what I'm saying? It's the Lord be showing us things, and we just have to really see the spiritual meaning behind it a lot of times.
All right, this is Matthew 6:33. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
He's called the Heavenly Father for a reason. He just wants you to make this truth your purpose. Once you make your truth the purpose, everything else is a flow, man. All right, but go ahead, Za'ab.
This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city.
Self-control, man. Self-control. I said, we've been stripped of our heritage so much, it's hard to believe that we were morally oriented back then, man. That as a whole nation, the men had a moral compass, man, as a nation. All right? All right.
You were talking about being strong-minded. Discipline is one of the strongest characteristics a person can have.
Yeah.
Someone that's willing to stand out in the cold just to edify, a few people. Somebody that's willing to sacrifice some meals for 24 hours just to get closer to his power.
Yeah. And to let go of the things that you lust. We all generally around the same age. So the Most High generally woke up young men. But to sacrifice the prime rib of our life for this truth, that's a form of discipline.
Yeah, like you gotta, like we saying, there's nothing wrong with stepping out from time to time, enjoying yourself. But we saying instill discipline, all right, within your system, man. Because like sometimes you gotta like, I can't go out tonight because me and this brother got a lesson to do in the morning, man. So I'm gonna cut tonight short. You do it for Esau. You don't stay up to 3 o'clock when you gotta go to work at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
You gotta treat the Most High with even more reverence, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a lesson plan with this brother, you getting too drunk shouldn't be a reason, all right, excuse for you to cancel that lesson, man.
Right.
Or you just, even if you want to read, like, this is my only day off, I ain't gonna go too hard because I want to do some reading tomorrow, man. You got to be serious, just like it is when you on Esau clock, man. When you got to go to work at 5, you don't be out bullshitting at 3 o'clock, man. You shut everything down because you got to clock in, man. And it be the same way with this scripture, but even more, man.
Yeah, I got something.
Go ahead,
Romans chapter 12, verse 1 and 2, and I got something in Colossians. Romans 12 and 1, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service.
Yeah, you present your body a living sacrifice. Going back to what's the book of, is it Leviticus the 12th chapter? Or is it Exodus the 12th chapter? I think it's Leviticus, the 13th chapter, where the Most High wants the firstborn.
Yeah,
Leviticus, he wants the firstborn, man. He wants their prime offering, man. So when you're a young man that makes your body a living sacrifice, you're making yourself like into that firstborn offering, the first fruit. You make yourself like that. You're making yourself like into that first fruit, man. So are you gonna give the Most High that Abel offering, or you gonna give him that Cain offering, man? You gonna give him that fattening, that lamb, all right, that the Most High really wants. You gonna give him that BS fruit offering, man. All right.
That's Slocky. That was Exodus.
Exodus 13.
Yes, Slocky. Yeah.
Okay, get the water.
All right, verse 2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. That ye may...
At the renewing of your mind, reprogramming yourself, man. In order to reprogram yourself, you got to undo all those habits that over a period of time became your character. So now once you detox from those old habits that's contrary to the laws, you have to replace those habits with new habits that's going to eventually become a part of your character. Because Esau says that after 21 days or 14 days, your habit becomes part of your character through repetition. All right, so we have to apply that to the scriptures. All right, go ahead, Elder Kazak.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High.
Yep.
All right, Colossians chapter 3 and verse 10. And have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him.
So that's heavy. Put on the new man that is renewed by way of coming into this truth, by way of the image of him that created him. So you're really making yourself like it into Yahweh Shai, man. Yeah. We're supposed to be many Most Highs on this earth, man. Yeah. Many Yahweh Shais, man. Little bro want to be like big bro, man.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah, that's why the scripture say, yourself likewise in the same manner. Yeah. See, we all like many Yahweh Shais, man.
Yep. And you have to learn to make being around brothers a joy. You shouldn't have to go amongst the world to enjoy yourself. Yeah. All right, you should discipline yourself to enjoy yourself amongst the brothers, man. Mm-hmm. All right, the Most High gave us fellowship. Fellowship is supposed to be our thing, man. Mm-hmm. All right.
He said do this as often as possible.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that builds you up, man. You know,
forsake not the assembly of one another, man. Mm-hmm. Especially in these times, man.
And literally, we all we got, man.
Yeah.
Is the obvious holding something?
This is Philippians chapter 2, verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
Hey, going back to prove thy soul, although we are a part of the body of Yahweh Shai, all right, you still have to function as an individual, because there's certain things that other brothers won't get that you have to do that's conducive to your salvation. All right? It's certain things that you're going to go through that a brother might not fully understand what you're talking about. because he's in a whole different walk, man.
Right.
All right, but you have to do what you have to do. Even if brothers going out and having fun or whatever it may be, if you know that you've already proved yourself in that path, don't go.
Right.
Work out your own salvation, man. At the end of the day, you can't save a brother, man. All right, you can't save a brother, and you can't and his actions is not going to determine if you get saved. End of the day, you have to work out your own salvation, man. All right.
I had this hitting coach one time, and he basically told me that, you know, your best hitting coach will be yourself. Because I can only tell you a few mistakes that you're making, but I also have to, you know, I also have to deal with 5 other batters that are coming through the door. Yeah. So you got to be able to recognize your own mistakes and fix them yourself.
Yeah.
And you know, you're not always going to have that brother to sharpen you, like iron sharpeneth iron.
Yeah.
And Jacob's trouble is going to make or break a lot of Israelites.
Oh,
You're going to be by yourself, having to lead other people, because you're like the elder was saying, we're called to be many Yahushas. You're supposed to be able to teach somebody when they come up to you with questions, and it's going to boil down to if you have that discipline to make time to study.
It's like you gotta rehearse it. You know, it's practice. Practice make perfect. You know, so you kind of doing certain things. Like we are rapping from the world. Now we come to the truth. So we rehearsing the righteous act. Yeah. So we kind of rehearse. We become perfect. You know, we don't do the things in the world no more. We do things according to the spirit. It's just you have to rehearse, man. You have to practice these things.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't just no once a week. You know, it's every day, man.
Yeah, it's like what say present your body as a living sacrifice. A lot of Jacob look at that and they only think about the aspect of when we out there on the highways teaching. Like, nah, it's your whole walk. It's you. You know, as a person, it's you as your being. You know who you are and how you model yourself after your house shot.
Yeah,
Elder, it's like
you just cut it off out the camp.
Yeah, which is what a lot of Jakes do. That's why the spirit is getting on discipline and for Jake to have more going for themselves, man. But a point Elder Yashwamba made in his recent lesson he had did, you know, basically you know, getting on nigga culture once again. I roughly remember the title, but I had posted it. But basically, he was talking about how Jake ain't just watching you just to watch you. Like, men are actually looking at you for answers. Like, they watching you, you know, for answers. You know what I'm saying? They don't just watch you to watch you. So they watch you for the word of salvation. But like the brother made a point, you know, we got to be on point for others and for ourselves, because when all hell break loose, it's no guarantee you're going to have a brother by you. You're going to have to stand on your own. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that's why the spirit have it to where you may not get an answer back all the time, or you may not get a call back from a brother, or you will call a brother don't pick up. You may want some certain type of advice. You will text a brother. Spirit have it to where he don't respond back to the text. You know, at the end of the day, the Lord's showing that you really got to have it for yourself.
God.
You know?
Just to go into Salaki, Elder, what you said about making your body a living sacrifice, something that stuck with me, the Apostle Aryam Lab said when he broke it down, it means to make sacred. So it's more than just giving up something. You know what I'm saying? It's you working out your character and yourself, because you're your own worst enemy. Really, you should know your own flaws better than any other brother, you know, because you should be watching yourself and how you move every day and say, okay, man, I ain't conversate with that brother the right way. Or, you know, maybe I offended that brother. You know what I'm saying? It's different things that you do that you should recognize within your own character, because you making yourself a judge, you know, so you should be carrying yourself as, man, did I make the right judgment? You know, every day, that's something you should be asking yourself, did I make the right judgment calls?
Examine yourself whether you be in the faith. You know, now you was holding something?
Yeah, I'm holding something.
All right, go ahead, brother.
On this Iraq 37:27. My son, prove that so in that life and see what is evil for it.
So this goes back to the liberty and this truth, man. You got certain things that the scriptures doesn't say don't do.
Yeah.
So you as the individual, he made every brother in here an individual spirit. So there's certain things in your walk that you have to prove and go through trial and error to find out what's you. Now there's a saying, doing the same thing every time and expecting different results is insanity. So how many times do you have to walk this way and fail and realize it's not you, man? It's not for you. All right? So you have to prove yourself. That's very important, man.
God.
All right?
And give not that unto it. For all things are not profitable for man.
For all things are not profitable for all men. All right? So one thing a brother might do, Salah. One thing a brother might do that's beneficial for him, or one thing a brother might like to do, all right, it might harm you, man. All right, the Most High can take you down through there with the same thing another brother does as a hobby, man. All right, so you, whether that brother's an elder and you for your first year, you have to realize quickly, nah, that shit ain't for me. You know, you have to realize that quickly, man. All right.
And then and it shows you that there's a spectrum within the truth, man. Like you say, you have some brothers, you know, that are more loose, and some brothers that are more strict, and they balance each other out, man, in the center, man. But there's a certain, you can't be too loose or you'll be destroyed, or you can't be too strict or you'll be destroyed. Yeah. You know, you got to find your medium though within that spectrum of being loose and being strict, man.
It's a thin line.
Yeah, it's a thin line.
And listen to the Akim on both sides.
Both sides.
If a brother tell you, hey brother, you might need to go and step out with us. Especially, you know, that y'all ain't doing nothing that's gonna destroy you. If a brother tell you, look, man, you doing too much right now, brother. You kind of imbalanced in the spirit. You know, listen to that brother. But also, when a brother tell you, look, hey, you doing too much, bro. You out too much. Yeah. All right, it's making your spirit weak. Listen to that brother. So that's part of the balancing out. Is that when a brother sees something in you that you ain't seen in yourself, you trust that man that has your best interest, man. All right, and listen. Okay.
Yeah, you have to learn to respect a brother without getting offended, man.
Yeah.
You gotta shed that thin ass layer of skin, man. Yeah. You know, because sometimes brothers just be really trying to help you, and then sometimes it be in you too. You be reluctant to tell it, man. I don't know how a brother gonna take it.
Yeah.
You know, but you have to be careful with that too. You know, you have to learn how to speak to brothers. Yeah. And learn how to say something to brothers, not offend them. But if a brother's easily offended, you need to get over there too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you gotta tell them. You're right. Cause some brothers they kind of stubborn. Yeah. But you still gotta tell them, man. Yeah. All right, cause you can't keep it to yourself. That's actually in Leviticus, I think the 18th chapter. Hate not thy brother in thy heart, but thou shalt reprove them. Yeah. All right, hold not a grudge against thy brother, man. Yeah. So we've been big on that. You know, Elder Kazak pushed that vibration hard. We be big on that. We might discuss a brother amongst ourselves, but next thing you know, we talking to that brother, you know. So, hey, that's part of our culture too. You know.
That's what Jake in this world do, man. He'll like talk behind your back and just to see you fall. You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to be like that.
And then see you in your face, and it's
what's up, bro?
What's up? You know,
a lot in the world.
We can't be like that. But it's easier said than done because we've come from that part of the world. Yeah. You know. You have to learn that. That ain't something that you come in this truth that you just got.
It's easy to keep it to yourself.
It's easy to keep demons that be on your head about brothers you need to address, man.
Yeah, you need to pray about it.
You need to pray about it.
Pray about it and talk to them.
Yeah.
Admit that you're weak, man. Admit to the Most High, look, this is one of the problems I got. Admit to him, like, look, Abu, this is my Bakasha. Give me a stronger spirit to do what I got to do to balance out whatever, you know? Just pray for that stronger spirit, man.
Right. It said, neither have every soul pleasure in everything.
So brothers got different spirits, man. Yeah. Some brothers got those outgoing spirits. Some brothers got those laid back spirits, man. Some brothers like to drink a lot. Some brothers like to eat a lot. All right. So you got to accept brothers as individuals. Like, oh, that's their brother's spirit, man. Right. Don't look down on a brother because he doesn't function like you. Right. There's something else you got to learn in the truth. You know. Are you here, some other Kazak?
I'm looking for something.
I
got something out of you.
Okay, come. This is Proverbs 30:7. 2 things have I required of thee, deny me them not before I die. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me.
Hey, the Most High just wants you to be content. That scripture's so heavy. Because even now, Esau has something called minimalism, man. Esau is becoming a damn minimalist, man. So even Esau knows the importance of being content, man. All right, but that's King Solomon saying that. All right, that you want to go into it some more?
Yeah, I got that word convenient in the Greek, and it's cock, and it says a statute, ordinance, a limit, something prescribed or due. It said prescribed portion, and it says prescribed limit or boundary. You know, so the Lord, he says, the Psalm, the Proverbs, all right, that Solomon speaking in 30, you know, but he's saying, give me what's convenient for me, all right, which gives me my portion, you know, because it said one of the definition was boundary. So the Lord already has a boundary for each brother to get financially, for each brother that's gonna have as far as women, all right. He already got that boundary set up. What you need to be praying for is not for more women or more money or more finances, but pray for the Lord put you in a position that's gonna keep you most productive, man.
Balance.
You know, tell the Lord, hey, whatever I need to do, put me in a position. Come, hey, so you instead of praying for actual things, pray for the Lord to put you in a position where you'll be most productive, man. You know. It's a balance that you got to have. Like you can, like it's us brothers in this room right here. All right, I might can have this brother bank statement and destroy me, man. You know, because that's not my portion. That's not what's convenient for me. You know, or he can have mine and it destroy him, man. You know, because that's not what's convenient for him. You know, so at the end of the day, pray for the Lord to put you in the position to be most productive for your lot, man. You know?
Yeah, a lot of brothers start out with a decent amount of income. Most I take you down through that, man. But that's two phases you have to be able to maneuver. You have to be able to maneuver when you got that excess, you got extra money. Are you an asshole? You know, are you doing too much? Are you balanced in? But the most I take you down through there, you making half of what you made. Are you still producing videos then because you broke? Are you in panic mode? Now you're in survival mode that you lose your faith? Do you still trust that the Most High is the Heavenly Father and will provide? So you have to be able to maneuver in both worlds, man. You know, because after a certain period of time, your income changes, you know?
You doing, Salaki, go ahead, bro.
I was just going to say the person who wrote that Psalms 30th chapter was Agar.
Okay, that wasn't Solomon?
That wasn't Solomon. It was the son of Jakeh.
Okay, Khan, it's a lot.
All right. I was just saying how you was just moving is like a boxer. It's a fight.
Yeah.
You got to be adjust and counter. You got to be able to move in this truth, man.
Move like water.
You know, you got to flow with the spirit. Yeah. The brother's going until you can't force it, you know. You got to find your style, you know.
Like when I was in high school, I had a part-time job. I was going to school, and I was playing a sport, and I still made time to study. And then once I got out of high school, I was introduced with a whole bunch more free time, and I found myself not working out as much. I found myself playing video games a lot more, and fishing, and not really doing what I needed to do, or what I could have done to get into the spirit more and learn a lot more. And it created like this lazy demon. It is hard to pick up the momentum once you go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, to speak on that really quick, because we speak on spirits and Satan fucking with us and demons. Like, we become our own demons. Like, you know, because that's a saying in the world too. Like, something that's there to like hinder you, like that's called your demon. Like, even on, you got that show Supernatural, like when the shit first come on, they say face your demons. So like we all got them, but really it's stuff that stems from you. Like it's those negative attributes or traits, you know, or that old man, or just something that can bother us, but it comes from us. So it's all a part of learning ourselves, man. I got a scripture.
All right, go ahead, Carl.
It's Psalms chapter 46 and verse 10. Be still and know that I am the Most High. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth.
And that's a powerful scripture. Be still, man. Because be calm. So don't try to put things into your own hand. Don't attempt to put things into your own hand. Because what does it say? The Most High give you poverty and riches. So your circumstances are orchestrated by the Most High. You just have to ask yourself, why am I this? What am I supposed to learn from this situation that I'm in? What am I supposed to pick up in the spirit, man? What part of my character is being challenged right now?
Yeah.
And it shouldn't take the someone in the truth to tell you that you need to work to pay your bills, man. You knew that before you knew you was an Israelite, man. The bills been there, man.
Yeah.
You know? So brothers getting on you, or brothers that ain't doing nothing, ain't got nothing coming in, you knew that anyway as a man. You know? You got to handle your business, man. That should be a give me, man.
Yeah.
All right? Get up and handle your business, man.
You should,
You know?
you shouldn't depend on a woman for your survival. You know what I'm saying? Laid up with a woman, she has a job, she has like government benefits because she might already have kids, and that's your livelihood. All right, that's not our culture, man.
Yeah.
All right, now you don't get me wrong. You might have a woman that works.
Right.
You might have a woman that has those benefits, and you know that benefits you. But you're not, as a man, you're not supposed to depend on that, man.
Yeah.
Part of your lack of respect from that woman, all right, is the fact that you're not being a man. You know. All right, part of coming back to our heritage is being a man.
Yep.
That's right.
And one thing about it, like the brothers getting into being content, I'm going to read this really quick. Hebrews 13:5. Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he hath said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee.
Being content, because it said be content with things that you have, man. You getting your bills paid. You know, your kids eating. You have the money to buy yourself certain things that you want, man. You know, you can do things that you want, man. You can't do everything you want, but the Lord has enough income coming in where you in a good spot, man. Be content with that, man. You know, because you'll start trying to chase all these other things, and you'll forget what the Lord is already doing for you, man.
And you have to understand the nature of your flesh.
Mm-hmm.
You're never gonna have enough.
That's right.
You're
He
never.
said,
Go ahead,
he
bro.
said he gonna put more on you than you can bear.
Yeah.
It go both ways, man. You know.
Man,
Go ahead, you get yours, bro.
come on, get into it.
Go ahead.
This is Matthew 6:25. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what you should eat or what you should drink, nor yet for your body, what you should put on. It is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment. Before the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they?
Yep.
Which of you, by taking thought, can add one cubit unto his statue? And why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow, and they turn not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore, if the Most High so clothe the grass of the field, which today is, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith?
Right, just showing you that the Most High, He's giving you really already what you need, you know, and you want more.
Yeah.
It's like the brother said, it might not be beneficial to you. You have to learn to be content with what the Most High has blessed you with and find joy in that. I got that word real quick, brother, on mine, content. Right, it says content, adjective, from this etymology online. Held or contained within limits, having the desire limited to present enjoyments.
And it's something, because going back to what the brother read in Proverbs 30, give me neither poverty nor riches. Basically, you're going to be in between. You're not going to have too much, and you're not going to have too less. Like the brother said, you're going to have that medium, you know, because it's a balance. Because the Lord knows if he give you too much, it can destroy you. And he don't want to give you too less, because you'll be stealing, or you'll be going crazy. You know, like Jake say, man, got to get this money. Plotting on another Jake, you know.
You won't be in the right spirit to get into the word.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do, we're going to get all the closing scriptures. We're going to get ready to wrap it up.
Okay.
I just had one more. It said to hold together. So you get all this stuff, man. You can't hold down what you got. How you gonna hold down more? You know.
And if you're not disciplined with a little, you're not gonna be disciplined with a lot. Because it says if you're not faithful in little things, you're not gonna be faithful in greater things, man.
This is Sirach 11:21. it said, marvel not at the work of sinners. You know, so we shouldn't be marveling at Jake that's prosperous in the world, and we shouldn't be marveling at Esau, man, so-called white man, man. You know, and it says, but trust in the Lord and abide and thy labor, and this is our labor right here, man. This is what we should be dwelling in, man. Everything else is extra, man.
Yeah, because it's really talking about the work of the Lord, because we all got jobs.
Come.
But this, you know, that links up with Hebrews, how it say, laboring therefore to enter into that rest. This work.
Come. And then this the point. For it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord on the sudden to make a poor man rich. You know? So you ain't gotta do 1,000 schemes to try to get rich, man. You know? You should be doing 1,000 schemes to push this work and edify the body, man.
Yeah.
You know? It's easy for the Lord to give you a promotion, man. You can walk in your job tomorrow, all right, and they done fire 3 people and move you up 3 spots, man. The Lord controls the minds of men, man.
That's right.
You know, you trying to do all these different things and take it on yourself and make all these different moves, you know, which ain't nothing wrong with making moves, but you got to do it with balance, man, and be in the spirit when you do these things. Ask yourself, is this going to take away from my spiritual growth? Is this going to take away from my production? It's going to take away from me edifying the flock, man. You know, you got to ask yourself those things before you make certain moves, because even some brothers might have to turn down different jobs or promotion because it demand too much of their time, man. You know, you got to think for everything from a spiritual aspect, man, not a monetary gain, man, you know, or gain of a woman, man.
Yeah, where's the spiritual overtime at, man? You know, hey, for Jace to have jobs, man, you don't have no excuse either. You know, where are your videos, man? A lot of Jakes, they want to pretty much blame everything on their job, man. See how they job demanded too much of them and stuff like that. When you look at Apostle Tahar and the other apostles and elders, they still make the time. You know, more than 3 videos a week. With 3 videos a week, that's the bare minimum. But they putting up like, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10 videos a week, you know. But then even going back to you brothers that don't work at all, where your work put in at, man? You know, because Jake invests time what they want to invest time in, man. You know, you do it for a job or you do it for a woman or women, you know. But they just show a judgment coming, man. And the key point is where your mind is going to be at, you know. Because if it's focused on this world, you ain't going to make it, man. Because you're going to look back, you know, at what you had.
This is your window of mercy, man. This is our window of mercy to get ourselves together, man. Not to take our clothes off and start playing in the cesspool, man. All right? Brothers had closing precepts?
I got some.
All right, you, then you, brother.
This is Sirach 19:5. Whoso taketh pleasure in wickedness shall be condemned, but he that resisteth pleasures crowneth his life.
Hey, going back into discipline and going back into that definition, content. Hey, resisting pleasures, man. Hey, controlling yourself, that's manhood, man. A little boy wants everything in the candy store, man. A little boy is not, if you give, like we said earlier last week, if you give your son $10, you think he's going to save it? So that's a little boy's spirit to do what I will, man. All right, but a grown man has that self-control. They teach you that in the military. Discipline, control, keep your composure. All right? All right, go ahead, Anna.
I think this is it.
Yeah, I got one.
All right, go ahead, brother.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 5. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of the Most High?
Hey, you can't rule your own house, but your first house is your own damn body, man. If you ain't got no self-control over you, how you gonna rule other men?
Yeah.
Or how you gonna manage the house of the Most High, which is other brothers, man?
Yeah, like you said, start with yourself, and then like your actual household.
Yeah,
like
your
if
household.
you got a woman and you got children, how this shit look if your woman taking care of you, man? Or you live with your mama, you living off of her and shit, or it's your grandma's house, you know what I'm saying? And it's like a family house, and you pretty much just living off of them, and you know, you just, a nigga, man. Like the elder said, 6 days a week, but then you know you go out there on Saturday, you know you a superhero Israelite, man.
Yeah.
You know, how you really gonna feed the church? Cause really, you living, you like the greatest example. You supposed to be let's say you are the epistle written in our heart we're supposed to be a living embodiment, you know, of the word, man. Following after Yahweh Shai, he's the prime example. But we're supposed to be their living examples, man. And that's why the apostles say you can't teach experience. Like we learn the scriptures, and that's pretty much what they set up to do. Just like Apostle R mentioned in their video, they want to set up to tell us how to get a job, or to tell us, what to do to get money. Their job was to teach us the scriptures, but you gotta know what you gotta do. But like you said, really, it's already you're supposed to know what to do anyway, man. But that's all I got, man.
Yeah, the elect are men. The elect are a man's man, man. They're a manly man. Those alpha males, man. All right? And basically the thing is, you should have this thing where I'm doing the works, but you're not paying bills, man. Don't think you good because you're doing the works. Don't think you good because you know the breakdown. You still got to go out there and be a man. And that's what's being brought out in the spirit, man. All right, you have to put that stuff. Are your brothers had any final precepts? All right, nobody want to close it out for us?
All right. So with that, I hope you brothers edify. Once again, we'll give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
All right, double honor to the elders. All right, peace and blessings to the hope of the leg on the four winds, pushing the truth and truth sincerity, that great song. Till next time, Shalom, Abba,
Shalom.
Abba.
Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.